Hello, welcome back to my channel, A Blast the Budget. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're notified that I am budgeting. Before I get started, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to budget with me and support me during this financial journey as I navigate through how to make my money stretch through the month. And to all of my viewers, I hope after this video, you will consider subscribing.
Vibes on vibes, I'm a ticking dynamite. I blow your candle light. You know I'm just that type. No, them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill my eyes. Man said, follow the stars. Yeah, you shall find her. It's a bad vibe. If you hit your enemies shine. If you're not a friend of me, enter the light. Cause you can never kill my vibe. But there is no sacrifices. Everything was taken. You have to make it. Vibe killer. Me and no go take shit.
Okay, so in this video today, we will be going over March paycheck budget tracker from the 10th through the 16th, and that was week 2 for me. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our inflow section. So we're going to actually go over the actual columns today. If you guys don't know, I like to budget each week and I like to make sure I know what bills is coming out of what account so I can make sure that that money is still sitting there for those bills to come out. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we did have rollover number 1. We had that at $691.95. We had rollover number 2 at $680.09. We did get source 4 at 6 cents. And I did have to bring in money from my emergency, and that was $400. The reason why I had to bring money in from emergency is because I was short for the bills that's coming up for the next couple of weeks. So I needed to make sure that I had some money in there for the bills to come out. That's why I do have my emergency fund. So when I am short on bills, that money is there for me to transfer over so I can go ahead and use it to save my behind. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to move on to the fixed expenses, and that's the bills that we had for week 2. So we had the way that actually came out, and that was $10. The phone bills, they were $194.62. I am with Mint Mobile. I do have 3 lines. Me and my daughter's bills due the same day, and then my husband's bills due at the end of the month, but we're all on one account. Car insurance was $250.66. Last month I paid $253.36. So now it went down about $3 and some change. So it's $250.66. Disney Plus is $7.99. Pandora did not clear this week, so that was 0. And then we have the water at $6.99. This is Sparklet's water, and I am paying for the cooler. I'm renting the cooler actually, and the rental fee is $6.99. And what I do is I just take the water bottles and go get them filled, and that's cheaper than paying $40 every time they come drop off water. So altogether, our fixed expense total for week 2 was $470.26. So we have a leftover of $1,301.84. We're going to go ahead and move down here to our variable expenses. So for my variable expenses, I do have gas, and we did pay $60. Household, we spent $808. Food out, we spent $26.24. Me, I spent $29.70. Daughter received 0. Son received 0. He was supposed to receive $19 this week, but he was supposed to get his pictures taken this week. He fell and hit his head, and he had a band-aid over his head. He fell on Monday. He's supposed to take pictures on Tuesday. So I did not purchase those pictures because he had a band-aid over his head, a wrap around his whole head. So I did not purchase those pictures. Miscellaneous, we spent $2. So altogether, our variable expense total for week 2 was $126.02. That left us with $1,175.82. So I just bring that balance over here to our extra savings. We had rollover number 1 at $691.95. And rollover number 2, we had $483.87. So altogether, our savings total was $1,175.82 with 0 left over. So these two accounts, like I said, I do budget out of 2 different accounts. I pay bills out of 2 different accounts. And I like to know how much money is in those accounts so I can make sure those bills are getting taken care of. So yes, this is a look at week 2, bills and variable expenses. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to week 3. Okay, so we are going to get started with our paycheck budget tracker for week 3 of March. So this week runs for me. I like to start my week on Sunday and end on Saturday. It just works best for me. I like to make sure that I'm paying the bills within that week and just worry about that week alone. And then we'll move on to the next week. Tomorrow's not promised, so I'm not going to stress about the whole month. So yeah, we're going to focus on this week alone, okay? So this week it runs from March 17th through March 23rd. Okay, so the inflow that I do plan to receive this week is the rollover money from last week, rollover number 1 and rollover number 2. This is the only inflow that I plan to receive. If I do receive anything else, it will be written down later. So we're budgeting rollover number 1 to come over at $691.95. And then I am budgeting $483.87 to roll over for account 2. So we are going to go ahead and get our calculator. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get our calculator and add up these bills. I mean, not the bills. Oh, the inflow, the money. Okay, so I do get a inflow total of $1,175.79. Okay, so the bills that we have to cover this week, there is a quite bit of them, so I will be right back once I'm finished writing them down.
See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm near you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you. See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm near you. And though my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you. Baby, I don't know why you're treating me so bad. You said you love me, don't wanna find me, and I was all you had. And all my heart is beating for you, I can't stop crying. I don't know how I allow you to treat me this way, and still I stay. See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm here. And my heart can't take no more, I keep on running back to you.
Okay, so as you all can see, we went ahead and wrote down all the bills and their due dates. So we have the way, and that bill is due on the 17th, and I am budgeting $10. Apple Care for my iPhone, that is due on the 17th, and I am going to be budgeting $13.49. For the lights, my light bill did go up. It's because we are running our little space heaters, and I went down to the electric company and I was like wondering why my bill keep going up every month. It never went down. I stopped like leaving plugins in. I turned off my oven light, during the day. Like, why is it going up? And the man explained that it's because of them little heaters. So I need to figure out, how to run the heaters. Don't run them all day. Run them only when we need to run them, like maybe an hour or two in the morning when we wake up, because that's when it's the coldest when we wake up. So I like to have a warm surrounding when I wake up. And then like when I take showers, or if we take showers, we would run that during the shower. And then once we get out the shower, we'll turn them off. So we just can't leave the heaters running all day and night. The guy told us to bundle up with blankets and things like that because it does drive up that bill. So we are going to be taking steps to not run the heater all day. We're going to run it when we need it. So the lights this month, budgeting $145. Usually my light bill be under $100 during the winter and over $200 in the summer. So that's when I was living at the other place. I knew how much my bill would be based off how much electricity we ran. And at that house, we had central heating and air. So in this house, we don't have no central heating and air. So I'm just gonna be praying for my light bill this year. I know this summer I am running my AC, and we only have one AC in the house, and that's like in the living room area. Like there's no AC, there's no central air, there's no vents anywhere. So I am going to be buying a portable AC for my room only, and we do have ceiling fans and things like that. So I am going to be keeping my eye out on that electricity bill as well, and trying to figure out how I am going to be running that AC, turn it off at night, run it during the day, things like that. So I might start a sinking fund for the electricity because that bill is horrible. Okay, so we have Google storage, and that is due on the 19th, and I am budgeting $1.99. Amazon Prime is due on the 20th, and I am budgeting $7.60. The Ford is due on the 20th, and I am budgeting $274.37. Half of my car note is due on the 20th, and I am budgeting $160. Apple storage is due on the 20th, and I am budgeting $2.99. For LA Fitness, I forgot about LA Fitness because I barely even go to the gym. It's like once you sign up for the gym, you don't even go to the gym. You make a commitment for the first week or so, and then it's like whatever. So I am going to be canceling LA Fitness. I know that looked like an E, but it's not. I am going to cancel this bill because I'm not going. And I don't want them taking no more money than what they already are doing. And I forgot about this bill, and it shocked me when I seen it come out. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about LA Fitness. I didn't even write it down in my calendar. That's how I forgot about it. So this should be the last one I'm paying for LA Fitness, and that is $39.99. I could put this $39 somewhere else that's needed. Okay, so these are all the bills that we have to pay for the third week of March. So week 3. I'm going to go ahead and get my calculator and add up all these bills, and I'll be right back.
I love you can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And don't you want to know?
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say it, you a bad bitch, put your...
Okay, so we did get a fixed expense total for week 3 of $655.43. So I am going to go ahead and write down all the accounts that these bills are coming out of. So the way is coming out of account 2. My Apple Care for my iPhone is coming out of account 2. The lights is coming out of account 1. Google Storage is coming out of account 2. Amazon Prime is coming out of account 2. The Ford is coming out of account 1. Half of the card note is coming out of account 1. Apple Storage is coming out of account 2. And LA Fitness is coming out of account 2. So that way I know how much to roll over for each account when we after we do our variable expenses. So we did get a fixed expense total of $655.43. So I am going to go ahead and take our $1,175.79. I am going to subtract the $655.43. That leaves us a leftover of $520.36. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and bring down the $520.36. I'm going to go ahead and write in the variable expenses, and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you all can see, I went ahead and wrote in the variable expenses for week 3. So, like every week of my life, I gotta put gas in my car every week. So I am going to budget $60. I did have this budgeted at $50, but I am now like riding around a lot now, so I did bring that back up to $60 for the week. Household, this week I know I need something this week, so I am going to budget for it. I'm not for sure how much them little plugs are, but I am going to be budgeting $20 for that, because I do want to go ahead and buy them safety plugs that go inside the wall and them outlets. Food out this week, I'm going to budget $20. I shouldn't even go out to eat nowhere this week. I don't have nowhere else to go. The kids' spring break starts on Thursday, so yeah. Hopefully we don't spend this. I am budgeting me $25. Daughter, I'm budgeting her $0. Son, I'm budgeting him $0. Miscellaneous, I'm gonna budget $20. You never know what might pop up. Car wash, car accessory, I'm going to budget $0. I'm not for sure if it's going to rain again anytime this week. My car do need to be washed though. My car do need to be washed and vacuumed out, so I'm not for sure if I want to go do that yet or not. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and add up all of our variable expenses, and I'll be right back. So I did go ahead and add up all the variable expenses, and they did come up to $145 even. Okay, so I am going to take this $520.36. I am going to subtract 145. Oh, not 1,000. 520.36 subtract 145. That gives us a leftover of $375.36. So what I am going to do, I am going to bring that over here to our extra savings. $375.36. So we are going to be rolling over this money for next week to help us pay for next week's bills. I haven't been able to save any money. I'm not too much worried about it because I do have some funds coming. I'm just waiting on them to come. And then that's when I'll be able to put a lot of money away. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and calculate how much we are rolling over for these two accounts, and I'll be right back.
Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block, and it's like a ghost town.
Okay, so as you all can see, I went ahead and figured out how much I'm going to be rolling over for both accounts. So that savings total will be $375.36 with $0 left over. So this is the look at week 3's paycheck budget tracker. We do have inflow. We have all the bills that's due within this week, and we have our variable expenses taken care of, and we have money to roll over to help us pay for bills next week. So I would like to thank you all so much for joining me today in this budget with me. I really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, you guys take care. Bye-bye.
You have to make it. Vibe killer. me, I no go take shit.